Hi everyone, this is Daisy. The warm weather is approaching and she is wasting no time in preparing her home and property for the upcoming fire season. Daisy lives on Mass Gully Road in Upway and is aware of the fire threat in her area. Hi Daisy!
Hi Sam! Hi everyone!
Over the autumn and winter months, Daisy's gutters have filled up with leaves and twigs, and when a fire is near, flying embers can land on the roof and ignite the leaf litter and possibly set Daisy's house on fire. Daisy has not done any work to her yard over the winter and her grass has turned into a real mess. She will need to mow her grass because when it dries it will create a fast, intense fire and produce extreme heat. Daisy has just come back from a shopping spree buying the materials that she will need to protect her home. Hey Daisy, what did you buy?
Well Sam, while I was out, I bought a torch, so in case there was a fire and it turned off my power, I could see what I was doing. I got myself a hose to put out any spot fires that may appear around the house. I also bought a rake to remove all the dead leaf litter from outside the house. I also purchased a bucket so that I can fill it up with water and put out any fires that may occur around the house, inside it. And then I also got a first aid kit in case while I was fighting the fire I got hurt. You know, some burns or something.
Daisy is aware that today is a total fire ban, and she has been able to smell the smoke since she woke up this morning. She turns on her battery-powered radio and tunes into the local radio station, where she hears that there is a wildfire heading in her direction. Daisy lives with her pet dog Buffer and her elderly grandparents. She knows that they are physically incapable of protecting themselves in case of a bushfire, so she puts them in a car with her neighbor where they will go to the town's nominated refuge in case of fire. Daisy logs on to the CFA website so she can get a view of where the fire actually is. She is able to find information about the weather, such as the wind direction and the speed. This lets her know what the direction of the fire is and where the embers will be coming from. Daisy rings the CFA hotline, where she is told that the fires are expected to reach Upway at approximately 2 p.m. This leaves Daisy 3 hours to get prepared. She has firmly decided to stay and protect her house. Daisy knows that leaving at the last minute is too late and is too dangerous. Daisy decides to go out early and move her livestock to a safe place. Daisy doesn't want to leave her house until after the fire. Moving stock when the fire is close is too dangerous. It is a good idea to fill up baths, buckets, and even bins with water. This is going to allow Daisy to quickly and easily access water to put out any spot fires. In the past fire, water has been turned off, and Daisy was lucky that she had her water supply for drinking and putting out fires. The roaring, crackling sounds of fire can be now heard from Daisy's house. It is time for her to put on her protective clothing. She puts on her woolen jumper, a scarf, and a hat. These are the clothing that will protect her from any flying embers. Good job, Daisy! Daisy is outside spraying H2O on her roof and the area immediately around her house. This will make it harder for the debris around her house to catch fire. The fire is now in very close range of the house. Smoke is very quickly filling the sky. Daisy plants wet towels around her doors and windows. This stops anything from entering the house and also stops smoke from entering. The fire is now visible to Daisy. She will now wait it out in her house. She has done everything she possibly could to protect her home. Now it's time for her house to protect her.
Oh, what a feeling! I survived.
Stacy wasn't prepared for the devastating effects of the fire. This is what Stacy did wrong.
It was so hot when the fire came that I stayed in my bikini. I learned that afterwards that if I had worn protective clothing, such as a woolen jumper or some pants, I would not have received such serious burns. I had not cleaned the vegetation from around my house in many months. That's the gardener Harry's job, but he ran away with my maid, Jezebel. I didn't even consider doing the gardening myself. I mean, icky.
Because of the large amount of dry vegetation surrounding Stacy's house, the fire caught quickly and was very intense.
I was inside watching YouTube videos with my neighbor Marjorie. You know, she has a thing for cat videos, so I didn't even notice that the fire was right outside my door. That is, until the embers cracked all my windows and my lovely new sofa caught on fire.
Stacy should have put metal flywire on the windows and pushed the furniture into the middle of the room. Embers and radiant heat can attack the windows until they break and crack, allowing the fire to enter the home. You should always try to remain calm during a bushfire. When you panic, you make decisions that may not be safe.
Suddenly, half my furniture was alight, even my freaking tanning bed. I tried to put out the fire, you know, with a cup of water, but the fire was just way too strong. My neighbor, Marjorie, she started to panic. She thought that her goddamn cats... Oh, can I say that? Can I say that on TV? Okay, yeah. Well, she thought that her cats were crying out for help. I mean, I couldn't hear them. Marjorie became hysterical. I tried to stop her, but she ran out the front door screaming, "My cats, my cats." That was the last time.
Marjorie received serious burns and almost didn't survive.
My cats, my cats.
Late evacuation is never a good idea. Marjorie should have either protected her house or left early with her cats. She is still recovering mentally and physically from this error.
When Marjorie left, I dodged through the fire to get to my bathroom, because I really need to pee, you know? And I thought to myself, I remembered that I went to a safety meeting about a year ago. I mean, I didn't really pay attention, because there was this sweet-looking guy over in the corner. I mean, his name's Ken. Maybe you know him. Yeah, but I remember from that meeting, they told me that if I ever got into a situation where the fire was in my house, I should get into my bathtub and cover myself with a woolen blanket. I guess that's what made me survive. The fire has ruined my life. I used to be a supermodel for Victoria's Secrets, and now I'm so ugly. This was me. Wasn't I so hot? So I guess the moral of this story is that if you want to continue a modeling career like mine, or if you just want to be safe, you probably should prepare for a bushfire. And also, you should probably decide if you're going to stay or go. I mean, you don't want to end up like Marjorie with all those disgusting burns and stuff. I mean, ew. Yeah, well, that's it, I think. Yeah, and you also might like to check out my new show on Fox 8. It's called Barbie's Next Top Model. I'm so gonna win. Well, I guess that's it. I'm out.
Well, kids, we have now presented you with 2 case studies, and as you can see, Daisy was better off, in the end, with no injuries, and her house was intact. So remember, kids, prepare, stay, survive, and stick to your plans.